Hello, everybody. Welcome to the end of Comic Book Month.
Oh,
But Comic Book Month will live on in all our hearts. I think we had a pretty fun month here.
yeah.
Yeah, but we're going to finish things up with 1994's The Crow. And I think we'll have a little bit to say about that. With me, as always, Jason Oliver, who you've heard awing and agreeing.
Fire it up. Fire
it up. Fire it up. Fire it up.
Also firing up is Chuck Moore. Chuck, how's it going?
Firing it up.
Fire it up.
I'm good. I'm firing it up.
All right, you feeling nice and grungy and mid '90s, very dark and brooding.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've got The Crow, which is Alex Proyas, who will, after this movie, is his very next movie, isn't it? This Dark City.
Yes, I believe that Dark City is his masterpiece.
I think most people would agree with that.
Yeah, but you can see a lot of the foundations of that in this movie, I think.
Sure. I mean, certainly there's a mood to this movie.
Uh-huh. A look, production style.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I have a lot to say about the editing later, because I think that's a very kind of interesting way to. There's a mood that the editing creates because of the one thing that everybody knows about this movie behind the scenes kind of creates in a way.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But this is based on a underground indie comic called The Crow from James O'Barr. James O'Barr recently was at the Indiana Comic Convention back in March.
Was he firing it up?
Yes, he would take cigarette breaks. He had a little sign that says, "I'm outside smoking. I'll be back."
His picture on IMDb is him holding a cigarette.
Yeah, that guy smokes like a chimney. The Crow is kind of interesting, and everything about The Crow is kind of interesting in the sense that James O'Barr wrote it dealing with I think it was either a girlfriend or fiance,
I believe,
who was killed by a drunk driver.
Yeah.
So it was basically his dealing with the anger and the sorrow and the confusion around how this could happen.
Uh-huh.
And when you get to making the movie, not only are those wounds reopened, but then when Brandon Lee dies, he says it's like it happened all over again. And he even
he'd never even written the graphic novel. It's like, it's devastatingly sad. Yeah.
Yeah. And, and now here's a guy who this is all he's going to be
known for.
Not that he didn't do other things, but this is it. This is the thing. And he's constantly having to talk about it. And it's constantly an open wound, I'm guessing.
Yep.
And that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where it's like, I know about the comic. I know basically what the differences are between the comic and the movie. I haven't read it, mostly because I know it's like dripping in that kind of sadness element, and I'm not sure that I want to dive into it. It's more of an interesting thing to know about than it is to actually have read, if that makes sense.
It's interesting to me watching this movie because I was about maybe a third into it, and I don't know. I feel like I've had like this weird up and down relationship with this movie. I generally though side on the positive, and I still do. But I was watching it, and it's like it occurred to me. It's like, holy shit, this is basically like a Cure song come to life, right? And then
if you've seen James O'Barr's style of art, 100.
Then I started doing a little bit of back research, and I found out that he was heavily influenced by the music of The Cure and Joy Division. I was like, yeah, Yeah, this all makes perfect fucking sense now. Like this
Yep.
is, and honestly, like I think that Proyas did a good job. His production design team did a good job of bringing that to life.
It looks like an indie comic.
I think results may vary. I think as far as like how you approach some of the romanticism and the corniness of it, but I really do think it effectively captured that tone.
Sure. It's very gothy, right? Like I mean, it's black, it's raining, it's melodramatic. It's, the bad guys are very cartoonish and without sympathy for anybody else. These are things that you would expect a little goth kid to complain about.
And there are interesting, there are like, there's an interesting nihilism to some of the villains as well.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And Bai Ling, I always forget she's in this, and she's so fucking creepy.
No, that's not Bai Ling.
Not
Oh, no, it is.
Bai
No, it is Bai Ling. I'm sorry. Yeah. It is. Yeah. Yeah. I thought it was somebody. I thought it was Bai Ling, and then I was like, wait, maybe it isn't.
It's funny to me because I'm watching it and I'm like, oh my God, like, Richard Kelly really did just say to Bai Ling when he was making Southland Tales, just do the Crow.
Yeah.
Like be mysterious and mystical and smoke a lot of cigarettes.
She's just a spooky chick, you know?
Spooky, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. Anyway, Chuck. I haven't heard of him in a while.
Yeah.
I have a feeling Chuck might be our naysayer somewhat here, but I also think I probably will agree with a lot of what he says. What do you got going on in your head?
I think. Okay, so when this movie came out, I really liked it.
Okay,
this movie is totally made for a teenage boy,
and it's so very 1994 teenage boy.
Teenage girl too, man. Because like, who wouldn't want Eric Draven to come back from the dead?
So many girls our age would have been all about
Sorry to interrupt, but don't let's not discount the teenage girls.
Well, the only reason I discount them is because I wasn't one of them when I saw this.
But I knew a lot of girls who love this movie.
Steph was kind of like, it's no wonder teenage boys love this movie, but she thinks it's cheesy as hell. And I kind of land on that side now, that it's pretty much cheesy as hell. And knowing the content of The Crow and how I'm supposed to feel about Eric Draven's revenge, I think the tone kind of sucks. In all honesty, like the fact that it's, are you supposed to think it's funny? Because that's what I get out of it now. Just like goofy lines, goofy dialogue, almost like very sophomoric romance. It's not like, I don't know. There's just not a lot there.
Well,
I think Chuck watched the 2024 version.
No,
by accident.
No.
I'm just kidding.
I get what you're saying.
I get what you're saying.
I think that it is a bit sophomoric. I do. I think it's a very basic story. I think it is very much like a fairy tale in a lot of ways, where it is a lot surface level storytelling that's trying to appeal, to, I believe, a teenage audience. I don't disagree with any of that.
No, I don't either.
I really don't. I there were plenty of moments where I was, as a middle-aged man, I'm kind of like cringing at, right?
Yeah, I can't put myself there anymore, I guess.
But I also like, I'm trying to watch it through the eyes of its target audience, and I'm trying to watch it through the eyes of a mid 90s audience. And I'm trying to understand like what it was trying to capture, and I think it does that well. I think it really does. I think it set out to do exactly what it did.
Yeah, I think maybe like not having seen it in a while, and I do agree, like it obviously very 90s. It didn't age well. Like it didn't age in a way that a more modern person could watch it. I don't know many people that have checked out The Crow, the original The Crow, that are like 20 years old, but I'd be very interested because, or even 16 or 17 years old, because they'd still be the target audience, right? But would they get that 90s-ness ruin it for them.
That,
you know
like,
what? Do you understand what I'm saying?
That dark wave into grunge sort of transition that we were in in the early 90s. I mean, I don't know. I do think that it was pretty much lightning in a bottle probably when it came out. I think some of its popularity can be attributed to the tragedy.
Absolutely.
I think some of its reverence can be attributed to that as well, because no one wants to talk ill of the dead.
Right.
But I do honestly love Brandon Lee's performance in this.
Oh, he's really good in it.
I mean, I sat there most of the runtime thinking what could have been.
Yeah, me too.
And it is sad. I mean, like there's just everything about The Crow is sad.
Yeah.
I mean, it really kind of is. And I think that there is another whole layer of that melodrama that's kind of caked over this movie.
Yeah.
And the subject matter and what happened to Brandon Lee. And, you know, I mean,
and maybe that's why the quirkiness and the funniness of it doesn't work for me, because I know.
Yeah.
Like, I know how sad, like, this is. I know how sad their story is. Like, if you take the Brandon Lee tragedy out of it, like, that story is horrific.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't be laughing at all during
well, I think that's a good point, Chuck. I think that maybe we've come around 360 on this to the point where we can't view it as just a dark fairy tale comic book movie, right? Which it is very effective at. When you really think about the goofiness of it, it lends very well to the sensibilities of a comic book presentation.
Sure.
So yeah, it's almost damned if you do, damned if you don't with this movie. You just kind of have to appreciate what you can get out of it.
It's complicated.
It is.
That's the easiest way to say it is it's complicated.
Yeah.
I would be curious. Did either of you, I mean, I never saw any of the sequels, wasn't interested in any of the sequels, didn't watch the TV series.
I did. I saw the first one, the
City of Angels?
one, City of Angels, yeah. Yeah, but I don't remember a damn thing about it.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's unremarkable as I remember it. Like,
And I watched it on home video, probably VHS, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, because like I know the sequels weren't overly well received, but I've heard that the TV show did have an audience.
It did. Yeah.
And it brought back the Eric Draven storyline.
Uh-huh.
Now I also know, just because, you know, I know comics and stuff, that each story of The Crow was about somebody else. You know, so like when other stories were published, the original was Eric Draven, and then
That
Eric
makes perfect
Draven
sense.
goes
Yeah.
back to rest after he completes his.
Yeah, you can't have the same person have.
Right. This isn't Ghost Rider.
Unless they fucked up setting things right and had to do it again.
Right. Yeah. It's like,
or they did
yeah,
some kind of
it's-
multiverse situation. Oh my god.
we were not going to go down that path here, Jason, because you know I want to.
Why did I bring up the multiverse?
no, I didn't
Crisis
do
on
this.
Infinite Crows.
Crows, yeah.
Crisis on Infinite
A
Earth.
murder of
almost went
infinite
with
crows.
Yes. But no, I mean this isn't Quantum Leap. He's only setting one thing right, you know, and then he is at rest again, and then so yeah, it's like there's that, and so it's like, but at the same time, I was like, I kind of stayed away from those sequels just because it's like, man, I'm sad about what happened with the 94. And that was before that that was before I understood that it was just a different character in each story of the Crow. You know, I mean, I think there have been female crows and stuff in the comics, but anyway,
Yeah.
They're called croquettes.
croquettes.
Ooh,
Oh, that's a good one. I like
that
it.
is a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. But yeah, I don't know. It's like, I find myself able to kind of like look back on things from the 90s. Maybe not necessarily, like Chuck, you said you can't put yourself back into that mindset that you were in when you were 17, which it's not that I'm putting myself in the mindset of being 17 again, but I am looking back on things and saying, did I like it? Why did I like it? Do I still like it? and like kind of looking at it from that middle-aged person point of view, of like trying to figure out if I do still appreciate it. And I think, Jason, I think you're right. I think in one regard, like Chuck, you're right. In one regard, there are silly things about it. There are things that don't really work for a modern audience. But Jason, you're right also in the sense that, well, contemporarily, it did work.
Yeah.
Because
It was a phenomenon.
well, yeah, and it was like it was in a mode where things were a little darker.
Yeah.
This was the first real attempt at an underground comic adaptation.
The soundtrack was
The soundtrack was huge.
was huge. Yeah.
Was TMNT not underground at the time?
Well,
When they
I mean, not really, because the cartoon was what people
Did the
were
cartoon
going.
come out before the movie? That's what I don't remember.
Yes,
Yeah.
it did.
Yeah, the cartoon had been going for about 6 seasons by the
The
time
movie
the first
was
one came
more
out.
of a adaptation of the cartoon. Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't remember which way the adaptation
Although it did
went.
have, it had darker elements. But
Yeah, it was
the one, that was all goofed.
oh god, the second one's so bad.
Secret of the Ooze, baby.
The first TMNT movie was a nice balance of the cartoon characterization and the grittier comic book look.
That's
And I
like the
always thought
one
Casey
property.
Jones was like
Yeah.
great.
That's like, yes,
Yeah.
he is great. But that's like the one property I allow myself to be the "you ruined my childhood" with,
Yeah.
because I loved the original Turtles, and they kind of went away when the cartoon came out. There's a new run that I was thinking about checking out though that goes back to the
I
original.
gotta tell you though, man, like the scene in The Crow where Brandon Lee is doing his like Spider-Man training, running across the rooftops to Nine Inch Nails, just like solidifies me as a 15-year-old. It just is like, man,
It's a Joy Division cover too, isn't it?
it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Most of the songs I think are covers in this, aren't they?
Most of them. There's a two that aren't.
Stone Temple Pilots.
Medicine and Thrill Kill Colt. They both perform their own songs in the movie.
Okay, and then
Stone Temple Pilots.
Stone Temple Pilots, Big Empty, which was not originally the song they gave.
Right, I read about that. Yeah, yeah.
What did they give originally?
It was it was like it was something that wasn't going to be used for purple.
About dying or something. They pulled it after Brandon Lee died. They're like, they didn't feel good about it. Yeah,
But we'll give
sense.
you the first single to our next album.
yeah.
Because that song, like when it plays, it feels really out of place for the group of people that are in the car. I'm like, this
Yeah.
can't
Yeah.
be what these
Yeah.
guys were listening
That's exactly right.
Right.
Yeah,
to. They were
But yeah,
listening
so-
to Stone Temple Pilots.
Right,
Burning the
right.
city down.
Right.
yeah. That was the switcheroo.
That makes
That
sense to me, though.
That is a good STP song, though.
The medicine
I love it.
song.
Yeah.
The medicine song that is that medicine is playing in the club. The better version of that is on the album, and it featured what's her name?
Jill Sobule.
No, from Jill Sobule.
She does the last song in the movie, and it's terrible.
Cocteau Twins. What was her name? Or her name? That was.
Oh, yeah. What is her name? I don't remember. But that, thankfully, the worst song, and I think it is Jill Sobule at the very end, is
Oh,
on
the
the
song
credits, and you
Elizabeth
can turn
Fraser.
it off because it's so bad.
Wait, Jill Sobule is credited in one of these songs?
I think she wrote the end credit song.
I don't think she wrote it. The end credit song is the song that's Eric Draven's song, the It Can't Rain All the
Can't
Time.
rain all the time.
Yes. Yeah.
It's really bad, though. The version is really bad.
No, it's Jane Siberry.
Oh,
Jane
I
Siberry is
I must have just saw the name and been like, that's Jill Sobule.
Oh, that's
No.
hilarious.
But yeah,
anyway,
that
no,
was. I think that song was
Medicine
actually.
song on the album was Elizabeth Fraser, featured Elizabeth Fraser from Cocteau Twins, which is a much better version of that song. But the song in the movie is the original version, which is weird that they put a different version on the soundtrack. Very strange. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
No,
No,
also,
but that
Rage
that's
Against the Machine. They did a cover of their own song as well.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, Darkness was a re-recording of Darkness of Greed.
Yeah.
9 Inch Nails was the Joy Division song.
And Cure, that was an original song,
That was an original song.
which
Burn.
is
Yeah.
so fucking good. That's the best song on the soundtrack, in my opinion. It's
And The Cure is pretty good. I mean,
that
generally
honestly,
pretty good.
that song in the movie are like, to me, the tone. Like, that's the vision right there. But anyway, that's around that time I was like, yeah, this is basically a Cure song, isn't it? This whole movie.
yeah. I mean, yeah, like aside from that, like maybe, I mean, you could say it's like, I don't know, maybe a little bit of Cure, a little bit of Morrissey in there too, maybe. You know?
Definitely some Morrissey.
Yeah. No, but so this movie is, I think that the early parts of this movie, I think that there is an interesting start to this movie because there is a little bit of you're just kind of thrown in, right? Like you're thrown into, the Devil's Night burning down half of Detroit, which apparently just the cops let them do. Like there's no RoboCop in this Detroit.
No, there is not.
And, they, and the Eric Draven and Shelley, what's her last name?
Winters.
It's Winters. Yes.
I don't think it matters.
It doesn't really matter.
No, it doesn't. Webster. You were close. Shelley Webster.
Yeah.
They are engaged to be married. They're going to get married on Halloween. So you already kind of know
Who
there
gets married on Halloween?
are kinds of people get married on Halloween.
Yes, yes.
But
People I love dearly to get married.
yes. But so they're getting attacked, and it's cut very weirdly. It's you're kind of seeing the aftermath of the attack. Shelley is being loaded up into the ambulance. Ernie Hudson's there saying, "I ain't afraid of no ghost."
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's basically saying, it's like, Eric's going to be fine. There's a little girl there named Sarah, who in the comic was named Sherry, and did not know Shelley and Eric until after Eric returns from the dead.
Oh, interesting.
And they changed the name from Sherry because it's like, we already got a Shelley. We can't.
Yeah,
You can do that in the
that's
ring.
That's all very smart move.
Yeah, you can read that, but you can't hear it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's so basically he's saying it's like, nope, Shelley's gonna be fine, little girl, everything's gonna be fine. And she's like, you're lying. And he's like, oh, well, I don't know what else I'm supposed to do here. It's like, I have to tell her that Eric's gonna be fine because she's in a bad way here.
Yeah.
Essentially, these people, what you find out later is that these people work for a guy who owns the building or a bunch of the buildings around, and she is trying to organize an argument against the treatment of the tenants of these buildings. Mm-hmm. And they were sent to basically scare her into compliance, to shut up, basically. Except these people are like movie villains, like they are comic book movie villains. They're not just going to like rough them up. They're going to fucking kill them.
Yeah.
And rape.
And, yeah. So basically, yeah, she gets essentially raped to death.
Yeah.
Eric is shot and thrown out a window.
Yeah.
It was while filming this scene that Brandon Lee was shot.
I know, it's so sad. I can't imagine what it would be like to be Michael Massey.
Oh yeah,
because it was that scene where he fires a revolver at Brandon Lee. That wasn't a live round. It's more complicated than that. But yeah,
basically, there's a version of rounds that you place into a revolver so that you can see the bullet.
I can tell you exactly what happened if you want.
Yeah, go for it.
There was a scene 2 weeks prior to this where there was a close up of a gun, and it was the same gun that was later fired, and it was loading a bullet into it, and they wanted to make sure that they had a real looking bullet to load into it, but they didn't buy a dummy bullet. They just took the powder out of a live round and put that into the gun. So that all was left was the primer and the bullet, like the projectile. And then supposedly, I don't know exactly what happens, but somebody said they saw somebody playing around, an actor playing around with the gun, thinking it was unloaded, and firing it. But somehow, some way, somebody fired this gun, and the primer was enough explosive to put the projectile part of that bullet into the barrel of this gun. So it was lodged into the barrel of the gun. It's called a squib round. Now, they also say that due to negligence, there was no real armor that was on set. There was a lot of budget cuts and things. People sent home early. The armor was sent home early. Nobody checked to clear the barrel of this gun before handing it to Michael Massey. It was loaded with a blank round, which includes the primer and the powder, right? But no bullet. So it creates a charge and an explosion to simulate, a gun going off. It is a gun going off. There's just no projectile in front of it. But in this case, the lodged bullet was pushed through the barrel by the blank round and shot Brandon Lee in the stomach. And it was a fatal wound that could not save him. Super tragic. Like a lot of gun safety rules and regulations came about because of this. Probably, maybe, hopefully, you want to say, like, saved lives. But the fact that, like, nobody checked the chamber, like, nobody checked the barrel for an obstruction is just, like, so fucking tragic. It's like the easiest thing to do. And nobody.
Yeah, it's just look into it. It's like,
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But yes, it was in that scene, and I guess they were shooting the flashback stuff last.
Yeah.
Because he didn't have much left to shoot.
Yeah, it was about 95% complete.
Yeah.
Which I do think is enough to where I said that it does create kind of an interesting decisions made with the editing, right? Because there are parts of this movie that feel disjointed.
Yeah.
But I don't necessarily think that it is to its detriment.
Also wild to me that it was Chad Stahelski who was the body double for.
Yeah, and he went on to direct. What did he direct?
Well, he was Keanu Reeves' body double in the Matrix movies, and then he went on to direct all the John Wick movies.
Yeah, John Wick movies. Thank you.
Yeah. Yep. So like there were scenes that were to include the spirit guide, the Skull Cowboy.
Oh, yeah, Michael Berryman.
Michael Berryman was that, but it had to end up being cut because not all of those scenes were completed.
Yeah.
Which I think is why some of that destroy. But like at the same time, it's like it works really well in the early stages because you're learning things with the Crow.
I agree. I'm kind of grateful for it not being there. As much as I love Michael Berryman,
Sure.
I think like Eric not kind of knowing what he is makes a lot of sense to me. And him learning as well.
And I really like when he first comes out of the grave. So it's a year later. Yeah. And he comes up out of the grave and he's reenacting things in the apartment. Like even to the point where he's like running towards the window because he's remembering being thrown out the window.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, he's kind of learning all of this. We're learning it with him.
Yeah.
We know something happened, but we don't know the full extent of all of the things that happened.
Yeah.
In the comics, it was actually Eric who had 30 hours of pain in the operating room, and Shelley was killed instantly.
Oh, that's such a good switch. It's amazing. It's an amazing switch, I think.
It's also switched because the whole setup is different. They were just random act of violence on the street by a mugger.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So there was not that whole other subplot.
I know it's a huge injustice. Like a year later, they still haven't done anything with that fucking building that people got killed over.
Yeah.
That's fucked up.
Yes. I mean, these are nihilists. They don't really care.
Yeah.
Right. But I'm surprised they hadn't done anything with the building.
They're playing the
police
long
tape is
game.
still up there.
Yeah. Well,
year later.
yeah. Fucking cat is still living up there.
Oh,
Yeah.
that cat. Yeah.
Yeah. It's So basically, this is when we see, like, the whole training of him running across the building, kind of getting him an idea of what he can do.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit of like the crow showing him things through his eyes.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
The crow's kind of leading the way too, so he's able to see where he would be landing through the crow's eyes. Yeah. Yeah. It's cool.
Yeah, it is.
It's very like superhero origin stuff,
It's
But
Spider-Man.
It's
Yeah.
very Spider-Man, yeah.
But the idea of like the spirit guide of a physical animal leading you along, it also has like maybe a little bit of Native American feel to it.
For sure. There's
Yeah.
a lot of like, you can't also not talk about Edgar Allan Poe here too. Like it's just
Right.
there's that
Quote
lot
the
of that.
Draven.
Yeah.
Quote the Draven. It can't rain all the time.
Yes. Like it's very, all of this shit is.
It is kind of weird though that it's a crow and they use the raven stuff. I know they're similar birds, but I mean ravens actually eat the crow's young.
Yeah.
Like that.
And ravens are,
It's true.
yeah, they're bigger. I think they're like as smart as like a 7-year-old or something.
But I also like
crazy.
I think crows are they bond with humans. I don't know if ravens do that as much.
Yeah, I
Crows
think
are
there is a little bit of conflating two birds in this a little bit, but it's cool. Yes, crows are more
two birds, one
likely-
lower.
Yes, are more likely to come like have food at your window or something
Yeah.
and sit.
They have facial recognition also.
That as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like it's an interesting idea to have like that be your link to the living world, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
That tenuous,
Well-
but that's strong too.
And also, crows aside from being big ass black birds, there is a darkness to them. Like people get funny feelings when they see crows.
Sure.
Well, yeah, and multiple crows are called a murder.
A murder.
Yeah, it's a murder of crows. Yeah.
Multiple ravens, incidentally, are called a conspiracy.
Yes.
Oh wow, I didn't know
Yep.
that one. Conspiracy of ravens, huh?
Yep. It should be a conspiracy of crows,
Crows, yeah,
honestly.
I like the
but yeah.
alliteration. Yeah.
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 Are crows more individualized though than maybe ravens? Do ravens?
I think crows are just more known because they're everywhere in the United States,
Yeah.
and ravens are not.
Yeah. I'm just curious about why the distinction between conspiracy and murder,
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
how that came about.
I don't
I don't
know.
know. Next time I have a little seance and talk to Edgar Allan Poe, I'll ask him. if he knows
Or
anything.
David Attenborough, yeah.
or maybe I'll just ask Ray Lewis. Is it a murder or a conspiracy?
Oh,
He's like a murder of ravens.
shit.
I mean, a raven who murders.
That's pretty good.
Don't get me, Ray Lewis.
Oh, boy, that's pretty
I have no beef with you. So yeah,
Regardless, he's got himself a crow. And
Yeah.
he's got himself a crow. He's
and
got
they're
himself
gonna
a
murder
guide.
some fools.
They're going to murder some fools. And one thing I do like is that everybody he murders with their own things that they like. Like all the people who are killed by either Eric or the Raven or the Crow later are it's done by things that they themselves
Their
like
own
to
weapons.
do. Yeah.
Yeah. Or their own. Yeah.
Because Bylene gets of course, the way she has to get it. I mean, she is obsessed with people's eyeballs.
Eyeballs, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Well, she's
She's
burns
crazy.
them and they like waft them into their noses.
Yeah,
People's
it's weird,
burning
man.
It
Eyeballs.
is
Yeah.
fucking weird, man. I know there's there's very much like an occulty thing going on
Yes.
with them. Her and Michael Wincott, who, I'm sorry, but if you need a creepy villain in the 90s, there's no, you look no further than Michael Wincott. Like,
I am glad that they ultimately didn't go with Christian Slater as Eric, because that would have been way too much Jack Nicholson.
Oh,
Fuck
God, yeah.
me, they killed me.
Yeah, because Michael Wincott's got a little bit of lower tone Jack Nicholson.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I totally hear it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like that would have been way too much Jack Nicholson.
He's called fucking Top Dollar in this. Like, are we gonna let them get away with this? I know it's a comic book movie.
Yeah.
Top
It's very
Dollar.
comic-y. It's very comic-y.
Top dollar.
But I also love the fact that Eric Draven comments on it. He comments on all of their names
Yeah,
as being, I don't know how exactly, I don't remember exactly how he puts it, but
They're basically ludicrous.
yeah.
well, Fun Boy is the guy you go to have fun with the morphine.
I think he calls them children playing at, or clowns or something like that. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because they constantly call him a clown because of the makeup he wears. Yeah, it's but no, Top Dollar was not there was no one big bad guy in the comic. He just killed them and went back to rest, basically.
It kind of doesn't work here, honestly, but we'll get there later. Like,
okay. But yeah, Top Dollar is elevated to main bad guy, overseeing everybody else, which, I mean, I guess in a way that makes sense because he's the one who owns all the buildings that they're clearing out.
I guess he is semi-responsible for what happens, but it's kind of tenuous, like your relationship with the crow or whatever. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Anyway.
we'll get there.
We'll get there. Film Seizure, the place you go to get there.
I just gotta tell you how excited I got when I saw Michael Wincott in Nope. I was like, fucking A, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's the photographer, right?
He's the filmmaker. And
Or
he's
the filmmaker.
awesome in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Last thing he did, he hadn't done anything in 5 years.
Yep.
Yep.
So Ernie Hudson is this kind of beat cop who used to be like a detective, but he's been kind of beaten down. He's a little bit of a loser. But he patrols the general area that all of the characters had kind of always been, right? Like, so he knows, like he knows
the bad elements.
He knows the bad elements. He builds a rapport with Sarah over the time that, over the last year, basically.
Right, because she has an absentee mother and she basically just roams the streets. So after the death of Eric and Shelley, you just assume that she'd seen him a lot and they talked and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, and he buys her dinner and
buys her hot dogs.
Buys her hot dogs. But you know what, though? Onions, they make you fart big time.
I thought of you when
Yep, I made a note. Makes her fart big time. Anyway, but yeah, it's like they also her mother, Anna Levine, we've seen her in a movie before.
Oh yes,
Unforgiven.
Forgiven, at least. Yeah.
Yeah, she was the whore that was cut up in Unforgiven that launched that entire movie.
She's a very recognizable, like, been everywhere for minutes.
She has a
also
face
has that breathy voice too.
Yeah,
Marilyn Monroe kind of. Yeah,
she kind of has
romance.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah. She is. And she kind of has those puppy dog eyes that are kind of droopy in a way. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. It's somebody you recognize.
Yes. She is like, that's her. She's the whore in a town.
Yeah.
Like, that's what she looks like. Like, that's perfect.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah, because she's got like big old knockers and she'll wear something that will show them off. It's like, that's what she does in this movie.
Sorry to you, lady. I'm not trying to be mean.
No, but I mean, but like she was typecast.
Yeah.
And
but she incidentally is also the bartender, or not the bartender, the waitress who serves that group of bad dudes.
And she is more or less Fun Boy's girlfriend.
Yes.
And so like, yeah, Sarah, like, it's like, are you going to be out all night? And she's like, here's some money, go get something to eat. I've already got something to eat. Fun Boy makes fun of Sarah over it and all of it. So it's, yeah, she's very clearly a bad mom.
Mm-hmm.
A pretty bad mom.
She's not a bad mother. She's a bad mom.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
Top Dollar is a bad mother.
Yeah, he's a bad mother.
Yeah.
Shut your mouth.
Just talking about Top Dollar. So, yeah. And Fun Boy is constantly like ripped on morphine or heroin or something. It's some sort of white goo.
It's morphine in
It's
the movie.
morphine. Yeah.
Yeah. And very clearly, Darla, Sarah's mom, is also hooked on that. You also have Tintin, who is a knife guy. He's a knife guy.
Yeah.
That's important because, well,
He's got lots of knives.
he's got lots of knives, and he says he never misses. He misses everything all the time.
Well, I mean, we're talking about the Crow here.
We're talking about a fucking Bruce Lee's son smacking knives out of the air. Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. He's the first.
T-Bird. Oops, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to name the other guys. We have
Yeah.
T-Bird, played by David Patrick Kelly, and then his kind of sidekick, which way do we go, boss? You know, the guy that runs alongside you, jumping up and down, is Skank. And they're the four that rape and kill Shelley.
Yes.
Yeah.
T-Bird is known for driving a car, mostly.
Yeah.
I mean, mostly, right? Like, that's what he's doing.
I mean, his name is T-Bird. Yeah.
Right. He's a car. He's got a car. He turns into a car. So they were the ones that are essentially the Crow's primary targets. And in fact, I think they are the only four targets. I think it's not until Sarah gets put into trouble that the Crow basically calls him to Top Dollar.
I think the reason I think he would have gone after Top Dollar because he was shielding Skank too in that room like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But it was definitely, yes, it was definitely.
Sorry, I wanted to find it, the actual words that Eric says. And he says, he's asking Gideon, are we there yet?
Oh,
I don't know.
to John Polito. So Gideon is the pawn shop owner who they took the engagement ring off of Shelley's finger and pawned it. And yes, I think he is the first person they go to.
Well, he kills Tintin first.
Oh, does he kill?
Yeah.
Yes, he does kill Tintin first.
Oh, okay.
Tintin
Yep. Sorry,
tells
I had
him-
that.
So
I had
let's
that.
talk
necklace.
about that first because now I have the actual quote about when he makes a comment about everybody's names because Chuck was saying the names are ridiculous, but it's like the names are commented on, which I like a lot.
Yeah.
But so when we get there, I've got it. Just
So
Go ahead.
So Tintin is the first one that he tracks down. This was actually when they left that bar where we saw Fun Boy and Darla.
yeah.
And Sarah had gone to, because it's shortly after this that Sarah sees the Crow, but doesn't realize it's Eric.
Yeah.
At first. But yeah, so Tintin's kind of basically walking around, like kind of stumbling around an alleyway, leaving the bar, and Eric approaches him and basically is like, yeah, I'm going to get you. And Tintin's like, no, you're not. And it's like, here's my knives. Chuck, you look like you have something to add to this.
No, I was just going to correct you that actually
You didn't like my reenactment.
Tintin was at the pawn shop.
Yeah.
That's where he
Tintin
was.
left Gideon's because he's selling some stolen goods.
Yes. So that's the first time.
Gideon mentions, like, is there blood on this purse? It's like he only gives him $50, and yeah.
But then he calls him
right.
an asshole and he locks up the joint. And then he calls him an ass hair or whatever. That was the ass hair part, I'm pretty sure, isn't it? He calls him
I
an
think
ass
that
hair
was
when he's
later,
leaving.
actually.
Oh, whatever.
But yeah.
But he leaves, and then you see the Crow like kind of identify Tintin and send that message to Eric Draven, and then they have their little
the alley.
Oh, I was going to say cat and mouse, but it's Crow and Tintin little thing.
Yeah.
Tintin is like, he's got himself a barrel fire going.
lighting his cigarette on the barrel fire, and Eric Draven drops down behind him and lands on his back, really, and then he laughs, which is kind of funny.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's at the end of his like training montage.
Yeah.
Really.
Yeah, and he just flips off onto his back like he's landing on a bed, but it's concrete.
Yeah, I love that because he's learning how invincible he is. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's very cool.
Yeah, because also when he swung out of the window when he first got back, there were he got like cuts on his hands and he watched them like heal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He is a Wolverine healing factor.
He does have healing factor. What's weird is that in the 2024 Crow, it doesn't work that way. It's like he keeps all of his wounds. It's crazy.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah, because that's when there was the one trailer where he got shot through the stomach and then he used that to shoot a guy behind him.
Oh, weird.
Because his stomach is gaping open. Yeah, it's weird.
That's weird. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah, and this is basically he is a ghost. Like he's a physical ghost.
It's corporeal, yeah. But he's a ghost. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So of course it's not gonna, like, he's dead. There's nothing that's going to really kill him unless you get his crow. But that we'll get there later.
But he sees Tintin and Tintin sees him and they have a confrontation. It's a confrontation. It's a really cool shot when Tintin looking over at him and he's walking like kind of like it's shot through the flames of the barrel and it's like it's ooh boy, this is gonna be good.
Yeah, it's like we're gonna get some good stuff here. And Tintin's talking about how he never misses.
Yeah.
And it's like, all right, try me. Basically, and he throws a knife and he knocks it out of he's like, try
the first
harder.
One he ducks. The first one he ducks. The second one he just knocks out of the air. And the third
and he keeps saying, try harder, try again. And it's like he's goading him on, basically. It's like, you got nothing on me now, buddy. Yeah. It's like, you got me the first time, you're not going to get me the second time.
And he kind of gets like, Draven gets the upper hand, and then he hesitates when he's making Tintin tell him what he did, and Tintin is just unsympathetic, unapologetic about the murder. He's like, "Yeah, who cares?
Yeah, who cares? I did it to a lot of people.
Rape some bitch, whatever." And it rattles Eric to the point where he's like distracted for a second, and that's when Tintin gets the upper hand, and he. I think he even injures him. He like kicks him in the ghost nuts, right? And but then from there on, it's like, okay, well, game on. I can't actually be hurt. You're gonna die now, motherfucker.
I think that is an interesting aspect because it comes up in almost all of his murders. Is that there's no repentance from this people. So I don't even know if he can get satisfaction out of killing them because there's almost like no recognition of why they're even being assaulted.
Yeah.
Like the fact that Tintin is like, gives a shit, gives him pause because he's like, well,
then what am I doing? Yeah. What am I doing here? Yeah.
I want these people to suffer and know why they're suffering and they don't even give a shit.
They don't even care.
But I do think that there is a sadness to that too, right? Like like it's a, God, maybe they are right. Maybe this isn't worth anything. Maybe nihilism is the way forward. And I think that does get into some of the original story's idea of how to deal with a sudden loss.
Loss. Yeah.
Yeah. Like
just to be
a senseless loss. Yeah. It's like, maybe maybe nothing means anything,
Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know.
Well, we don't see it, but Tintin gives up Gideon, and that's going to be Eric's next stop. So he goes and pays Gideon a visit at the pawn shop. And,
great Gideon, character actor John Polito.
The great John Polito. Oh my goodness, yeah. Oh my gosh. I mean, he's in so many Coen Brother movies, and he's just always a delight.
Yes.
His like breathless laugh will always delight me. It's like kind of like. I don't even do it. It's like the perfect like gaspy laugh. It's just
It's a guy who smoked cigars for 45 years of his 46 years on the planet. Yeah.
It's just the best. And there's no one else like him. Just what a wonderful actor. He's the pawn shop owner, and yeah, like Eric's like, well, I was told to come here. He confided in me before he ran out of breath, and essentially he gets what he needs out of Gideon. He gets their names, which is where you kind of get he tells them that they all report to Top Dollar, basically. And Eric says, another jolly nickname, T-Bird. It's like he's repeating all these names that Gideon is giving him. He says, a whole club of pirates with pirate names.
Yeah.
And it's like so fucking good, man. But Gideon gives everything up, and he also tells them where they hang out, which is the bar where we saw Fun Boy and is it Darla?
Darla. Yeah.
And meanwhile, while he's also like intimidating him, he's dousing the place in gasoline. And he's also looking for the ring he gave Shelley.
Yeah, there's like a whole box of just rings.
And he's like throwing the ones like, nope, not it. And he finds the ring that he gave Shelley. He takes it. He puts all the other rings in the barrel of the shotgun. It says, these are all lives that you are complicit in being taken. Because he knows, like, these guys are just murdering people and selling jewelry, right?
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, and on his way out, it's like, is that gasoline I smell? He turns around, fires a shotgun. All the rings come flying out of it, and the whole like pawn shop goes up in explosions. It's great stuff.
And Gideon falls out of the back. Wow, we started the month with an indie comic with a bad guy named Gideon. We end the month with an indie comic with a bad guy named Gideon.
He also told him that he wanted him to be his messenger.
Yeah, tell him that Eric Draven is coming.
Yeah.
Death is coming.
I'm coming and hell's coming with me.
I love it.
Yeah, so and I think it's right around this time is when we are kind of introduced to Top Dollar and Bailing's character.
Yeah.
And she's always talking about like people's eyes and they're so pretty, and it's like, ugh. Because she's cutting them out of people's skulls.
Well, they fucked the shit out of some girl until she was dead.
Yeah, it's like we broke her.
Yeah,
and they're brother and sister,
half brother and sister.
And it's close enough.
Close enough. Yeah,
close enough to sick, Jeff. Hold on, they're just half. But yes, and she takes their victims' eyeballs and they burn them and like waft them into their noses.
Yeah, like
with probably like opium or something. I don't really know.
My guess is that they think that they can, like see things through their eye or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, there's knowledge in the eyes, and I think like that kind of marries itself to the crow and his ability to see through the crow's eyes, like a little bit at least, enough that it makes sense.
Enough that it makes sense, and enough that the Bailing character recognizes that there's a connection between the two of them.
Yes, and she's kind of like a foil, right? Like
she's Top Dollar's crow.
In a way, yeah.
I mean, yeah, she's the one who is kind of guiding things on an occult level between the two of them.
I said, but I wasn't close.
No, I picked it up. I heard you. We'll make sure I turn that part up so that everybody knows that you were.
Everybody knows.
Everybody knows that I was like on that one little point.
I like it.
But yeah, so it's and it's Gideon does arrive to give the message, and Gideon is kind of an idiot because like he knows Top Dollar is the main gang bad guy, and yet he's like, Kind
He
of.
runs his mouth.
He
no
runs
matter-
his fucking mouth. Yeah. And it's like Gideon's a moron.
Yeah, Gideon, you probably shouldn't be calling this guy disgusting or whatever you do. One other thing to note.
Hot dog with mustard.
Hot dog with mustard. That was almost like Harvey Firestein.
I fucking love him.
I know.
I love John Polito so much.
He's great. Like, it makes me just think, is this a Coen Brothers movie?
Right, exactly.
I'm watching right now. One other thing to note is that Albrecht started looking into this, and he runs in to the Crow after he blows up the.
Yes, because he's like, hey, weren't you it's like, basically he holds a gun to him. And it's like, hold it or stop or whatever. Don't move.
Don't the
Or
cops say freeze?
Yeah, and then he's like, well, if you move, you'll be dead or something like. And he's like, well, I am dead and I do move.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's like he's just like. What's he gonna do? What's this guy gonna do to him at this point? But yeah, but Albrecht understands that there is something about this guy that is different enough to get his curiosity piqued about what this guy is, and
Yeah,
he
and-
ends up
and
disappearing on
The
him.
Crow
Too.
does the Batman thing.
He does the Batman thing,
Yes.
Totally.
Yes, he
totally does.
but it's
Even
around.
commented in the same Batman way.
Oh yeah, he does this
He
all
does
the
that
time.
all the time.
Yeah.
And it's also around this point that he runs into Sarah and it starts raining and and she doesn't even look at him at first. She almost gets hit by, I don't know if it's by T-Bird or what, but like she almost gets hit by a car because she rollers skateboards over
Skateboard.
her.
Yeah.
And he stops her from being hit, and and she's talking about, it's like, oh, you see how fast they were driving? It's like, it's insane with all the rain. He's like, it can't rain all the time, which then says, oh, it's Eric.
Yeah.
But
I
then
just
he's gone.
realized
He
I'm
Batman's
sorry.
away.
Batman's
He does Batman away. And she says his name, right? She says Eric.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Eric, and she turns around and he's gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just reminded me, or not reminded me, I just realized who she reminds me of in this movie is Tatum O'Neal from Bad News Bears.
A little bit, because she has that kind of like that huskier voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she's, she's older than her looks. Yeah. Like,
She's a skateboarding, I don't know if we're allowed to say tomboy now, but she's kind of like a tomboy a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, yeah, she's definitely I can see that. And I agree with you. Yeah.
All
I
right.
agree as well.
Rubber stamp that shit.
Yeah.
Yep. Shablamo. We got it. That's the name. That's the sound of the rubber stamp. Shablamo.
Okay. All right. I can dig it.
Anyway,
I like chunk personally.
that's something else. That's something else.
Something else.
That's something else. so yeah. So basically, she starts to she goes to the apartment and tries to find Eric. And Eric won't show himself to her at first. She does see the cat, and she's like, "Oh, hey, little cat guy,
Zanzibar or whatever your name is.
whatever your name is, Beelzebub. I don't know, Crowman."
I wonder if this, she talks around the apartment, right? Like, she's like, oh, I thought you cared. And I guess that's the last thing she says, because he shows up in the window he was thrown out of, and he's like, I do care. And he's all shrouded. And she runs up to give him a hug. This has to be a scene that was shot after he died, right? Because you would anticipate there being a conversation here.
Maybe.
And he's all
Maybe.
dark, like you can't see his face.
You see his face when.
Well, some of this was also
to him.
computer.
But there was
There was
face
some-
replacement stuff. Yeah.
One of the earliest instances of that.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised, Chuck. I don't know the answer to that, but
I don't either. It just struck me as that
That's
scene
one of the
ended
only
way too
moments in the
quick.
movie where it also struck me as possible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it does cut away. It's almost like, well, I guess she said all that she had to say, and
Yeah, we
And I'm
don't
back.
get to know what.
And then
this
later
shit
she
is.
says, "Well, you didn't say goodbye." Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels a little cut around. Yeah.
Anyway, it is a cool scene because he's in there burning all of his pictures, like getting rid of the memory before
Yeah.
she shows up. And they have
and
a
the
little
and
hug
the fireplace is still smoldering when she
yes,
gets there.
that's how she
Yeah.
knows he's there. Right. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. But this is their reunion. the reuniting where she firmly knows he's back.
Yes.
And now she knows how, I think, somehow, because it's never brought up again.
Yeah, I think he must have had something to tell her there. It's like, I don't know why I'm back, but here's what I'm getting at is like, this is what I'm doing.
He also, like, a lot of that is handled with his conversation with Albrecht, too. So maybe they don't just want to retell the same.
Sure.
scene,
Yes, because
right?
later when Albrecht gets he calls in some favors and gets the file on Eric and Shelley's murder, and he even draws over his face. It's like, is this the guy I thought I saw? Because it's like he's piecing that together, and then he shows up at Albrecht's apartment. And he looks at the picture that he drew over and he's like, oh, that's a good likeness. And then
Eric shows up.
Yeah, right. And then the Joker shows up, and all the clown face people are there. Bozo's there. Everybody's like, well, are you looking for me? What are you looking for?
This is a one moment in the movie where I'm like, that was actually played for comedy, because Albrecht is walking around with his pants off and whatever, and he's still wearing his hat.
Yeah,
And
your
Eric's
hat's
like,
on.
You still have your hat on.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's funny. That's legit funny, and I can laugh at that.
Yes, there is a friendliness between Albrecht and the Crow.
There's also like a playfulness about Eric at times.
Yeah.
Even when he's murdering people, right? Like,
he has killed people with smiles on his face.
yeah.
I mean, if nothing else, he's getting some sort of satisfaction after ending these people.
He's taking pleasure in it. Yeah.
Yeah. There is also the lines where it's like somebody shoved his knives in all his vital organs in alphabetical order.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know how. I was like, tell me more about how you know they're in alphabetical order.
Yeah, I love that. I thought about that too. I was like, I'm not going to really.
I'm not going to question it, but I like it.
But I like that line. Yeah.
But yeah, so we're getting an understanding that, like, Albrecht is fine with the Crow removing this element. As far as he's concerned, what does he care? Yeah. These people are monsters,
Plus, what the fuck is he going to do about it? I mean,
there's not. Yeah,
what the fuck is he going to do about it?
Right.
Exactly.
I mean, you're gonna handcuff him, and then just the handcuffs just slip off him through his through his ghost arms. Yeah, it's like, I mean, what are you gonna do? But he is willing to kind of throw the shithead detective that's kind of taken his job off, and kind of like hold it over him. It's like, well, I know more about what's going on than you do.
Yeah,
and he's not also not going to aid him in figuring it out.
That whole subplot is a little strange to me, and I don't fully love it.
I thought the cop was involved somehow, and that would have made more sense.
Yeah, I would have liked a little bit more complicity. Yeah, like something like you see him with
he's on the take
or something. Yeah,
he's on the take or something.
Yeah, it never really like fully comes together for me, that plot line.
Right, but plus it doesn't make sense why he shits on Albrecht so hard.
Right,
like there has to be I think that's what you're saying. Anyways, I'm just using
the totality of it just doesn't ring like very true. Yeah. Yeah. It's underdeveloped. Yeah.
I mean, I kind of took it as, okay, well, Albrecht now has a reason to fuck this guy over, so help the Crow.
And you only get so much of his like story because he tells it. He's like, well, he was a sergeant when Eric and Shelley were killed, and that he pushed it too far and he pushed the wrong buttons. And
so it was their murder he was investigating, because I couldn't even really confirm that.
He said as much, yeah. And he essentially, like, he wouldn't let it go, and that's when he was going too far up the food chain, which I guess can imply that the detective who he has the friction with does play the game, and he
because that detective gives him shit on the scene for moving the body, too.
Yeah.
So they had beef prior to that.
Yeah.
So,
I'm pretty sure because he also says like, what
though before.
Yeah, and he was a suit and tie detective, because he does say. Because the new guy is like, what are you doing here? You're a beat cop. Get out of here.
Right.
Like basically playing that whole angle within the
Right.
ranks of the police. It's like
Yeah.
you're just a beat cop, get beaten, you know.
So it's
Beat cheeks.
it's just a little like underdeveloped. Yeah.
It is, but yeah, I think it would have been nice to have found out. It's like instead of saying your your vigilante's on the roof, when he came out at the end, he could have said your boss is on the roof.
Yeah, that would have been good. That would have been good.
That would have been real good.
Yeah.
I'm wondering
Damn,
if
that would have been good.
That
Yeah.
would have been real good.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just going to shut up about this.
Yeah, I think it's pretty. Yeah, we've established that it's a
Ka-chunk.
ka-chunk.
Perplunkum. I even changed the name on that. That one's closing the book on that one.
McClunky.
Perplunkum. McClunky. Anyway, I still say that from time to time when somebody gets shot in a movie.
It's funny.
Anyway, so yeah, some of the other guys who died. The Crow. I think the second guy he goes to is Funboy,
Yes.
Yeah.
and so Funboy and Darla they're having their fun. That's what they do.
They're doing the morphine in his room that's above the bar.
Oh,
'cause that's
oh
where
my
he
God.
lives.
That's such a nasty ass place. It's so gross. It's so gross.
And there's
Drug
kind of
people
like a
live
sweet
so
moment
grossly.
with the owner of the bar and with Sarah, and she wants to pay for a root beer, and he's like, "It's it's on the house, kid." And he says, "There's not really much I can do about it. Technically, she's off the clock." And it's like, oh, it's like a sad thing.
Yeah.
He's sort of trying to there's all these people in this scummy fucking city that are trying to look out for Sarah, right?
At first, I thought you said scummy fucky.
Scummy fucky city. But there is like some good and a kernel of good in some of these people, right? Like
Yeah.
they're looking out for this kid in some ways. Some of them are anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Because she's a good pitcher. She might make something.
right. She's going to win. She's going to win the Little League World Series for
Either that or
at the Astrodome.
she's gonna rule the half pipe or something, right?
Something, one or the other, yeah. But yeah, so like he comes busting in, she flips the fuck out and like tries to get away from Eric, and of course she's high anyway, so it's like it's all bad news
Yeah.
for her.
Bears.
And bad news bears.
Sorry.
Bad news bears. But
Oh Jesus!
but Eric like just beats the fuck out of Funboy and makes him shoot himself in the leg.
Yeah,
Yes.
And it's like, look what you're doing to my sheets, man.
is he the one that keeps saying shit on me? I think so.
No, that's Polito.
Oh, that was
Yeah, that was-
shit
yeah.
on me. Shit on me. Yeah, you're right.
Shit on
Exactly.
me.
Shit on me. Yeah.
Later, we'll go ahead and say this. Later, is it T-Bird
You've
that
done my
finds?
sheets. Yeah.
Yeah, look what you've done to my sheets. Is it T-Bird that finds Funboy later with all of his needles stuck in him, and he's like barely?
No, it's our recently lost, who haven't even mentioned yet, Tony Todd.
Tony Todd. Yeah.
That's right.
We haven't
Tony
even
Todd
mentioned
is
that.
the number one lieutenant guy. He's like the right hand man of Top Dollar.
And he's the one. Yeah. After the explosion and after
He's looking into everything.
yeah,
He's
looking
the
at
investigator on the other side.
everything. He's looking
Yeah.
into who blew up Gideon's place, and he's also looking into who killed Tintin at
Yes.
the behest of T-Bird. Yeah.
Yes, because
Top
Top Dollar. Because Top
Well,
Dollar.
T-Bird is the one that said that Tintin got off.
Oh,
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And yeah, Top Dollar is like, all right, yeah, look into this shit.
And then
Consider it my need to
Gideon
know.
gives that information, and it's like, hey, man, this guy said more about it. Go.
Because while Gideon is at the bar, like telling them what happened, Tony Todd is there, and Darla runs out
Yeah.
after the Crow or Draven. Is Draven the Crow, or is the Crow
I'm gonna
the Crow
call him
and
the
he's
Crow.
just Draven? Curious.
I mean, he's
sees-
listed as Eric Draven / the Crow.
And he sees him like jump out of the window too, right?
When he goes up, yes.
Yeah.
So Draven or the Crow finds a bunch of morphine needles and he puts them in
Yeah.
in the heart of Fun Boy.
Fun Boy.
And Darla runs out so that spurs, what is his name? Tony Todd Grange.
Grange. Yeah.
Spurs Grange to run upstairs. And I love this. Draven just goes, shh, and backs
And
out
he
of the
falls
window.
out the window backwards.
It's
Yeah.
really good.
Yeah. Because Grange does go back to Top Dollar and say, I saw him. I saw the
I saw
guy.
the ghost.
Yeah. I saw the guy. Yeah.
He backs up later. He backs up the other guy, Skank.
Skank.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because next, Draven goes for
T-Bird.
T-Bird.
Yeah. Now, the one thing we didn't exactly mention is that basically he knows that Darla is Sarah's mother, and he's like, look, morphine's bad for you.
Yes.
And he clears her mind, basically.
Yeah.
Well,
magically
he makes the drugs go out of her veins.
Yeah, sucks it out of her veins magically. Yeah.
Yeah. He like
really gross.
Yeah, and I assume he makes all the withdrawal go away too. Like
It seems as though he has completely and totally cleared her of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Because the very next morning, she's cooking breakfast for Sarah. Yeah.
It's like, what are you going for the Mom of the Year award or something?
Yeah. What did you take to be the mom of the year?
Yeah.
I really like that scene
I do
because
too.
Sarah's not accepting of it right away, but once she realizes her mom is actually upset.
Trying. Yeah.
And it kind of like comes back to those other scenes where Erica's trying to punish people and they don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when she tries to punish her mom, she does care.
Yeah.
And that brings a little love to the scenario.
I'll throw him out or whatever. And she realizes she's gone too far. Sarah has, and she's like,
Yes.
"Oh man, this might be for real. I don't want to."
Yeah, she actually cares.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's afraid of pushing her mom away in that moment.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. It's really nice.
Yep.
Yeah. But now we're going after T-Bird.
Yes.
So
The great David Patrick Kelly. Oh my gosh. Warriors come out and play.
Oh, that is him.
It's him, and it's Jerry Horn in Twin Peaks.
Yep, I knew he was Jerry
What a
Horn.
fucking great. Oh, David Patrick Kelly. He's awesome.
Tell us about this one, Jason, if you can.
So this one, he the Crow. I guess what's happening first is David Patrick Kelly, T-Bird, and Skank they were supposed to meet Fun Boy, but Fun Boy didn't show up, and so they're like, all right, well that's weird. We're going to cruise, but go in he tells Skank to go into the store to get some road beers and cigarettes.
Road beers and cigarettes.
And
That sounds
Skank's all
like a good
excited
time in
because he's going to get a
1994.
whole lot more than road beers and cigarettes. He's getting like potato chips, like the bag is like half ripped, and he's eating them. He's like getting all sorts of snacks, and he's all excited. And then he sees the car drive off. He's like, "What the shit is this?" Well, Eric has gotten in the car with T-Bird and has told him to drive. He's like, "Let's get going," and
And he keeps telling him to go faster.
yeah. And he takes him to and then at this point too, Skank, he runs out into the road and he gets hit by a car. And he gets pretty messed up, but he still is like crazy enough and probably drugged up enough to get the car, because the guy gets out of the car and is gonna like fuck up Skank.
What the fuck? You hit my car. I'm like, no, you hit him. But
Yeah,
whatever.
Skank ends up getting in this guy's car and chasing after T-Bird and the Crow, and it's like a whole chase fucking thing. But eventually, what happens is the Crow sets the car up on the pier to drive off the pier with a trail of gasoline behind it, and he lights the trail of gasoline. It's really cool. This was one of those things I always remember for this movie. I don't know why, but he lights the trail of gasoline in it, and the trail catches up to the car in midair off the pier and explodes. And it's like, yeah, good stuff.
Actually,
Is that what happens?
right. No, you're kind of right. He has a detonator that he blows up the car with, and then when he lights the gasoline,
yeah.
it makes the crow
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
symbol and fire, which is stolen by
Daredevil.
By a lot of
and
things.
Christopher Nolan.
So I made a list. I made a
nice.
list of
I
things
made a list.
that did this.
Because it also was in The Punisher. Too. Yeah,
Yes,
go ahead.
exactly right. I have my list, and I don't know if this is comprehensive, but my list is The Punisher, Daredevil, and Batman. Yes, all did this. And I hated it in The Punisher. Daredevil was fine.
I mean, it's
Batman,
fine,
it
but
really
it also, but it doesn't
for me.
really. I mean, like in Daredevil, it doesn't really work because how did the blind man do
How
that?
did he? Right, that's fair.
I mean, I
Yeah.
know Matt Murdock can do a lot, but like,
Damn, bro.
I mean, I don't know if he could really do that.
I didn't
He
love
had
it.
Froggy do
I
it
didn't
for
love it in Batman either. That was Dark Knight Rises, right? When he does
Yeah.
it.
Yes.
I didn't love it in that, but I really hated it in Punisher because it's so elaborate in the Punisher.
It's so
because
fucking elaborate.
because of all the cars that he had to like set detonators in, and it's like oh my god, that would have
He
taken
spent-
like weeks of
He
planning.
spent his whole day doing that, and then he went and got Jigsaw. Yeah,
I'm only
that
going to
drove me
defend
crazy
this.
in that.
I'm only going to defend this for 1 second. But in The Dark Knight Rises, it does serve a purpose at least.
it does rally the
It rallies
citizens.
the
Yes.
citizens. Yeah, it's fair. It's fair.
It's the inverse of how Dark Knight ends with him saying that he's now the villain. He's now
Sometimes he's-
returned to
Yes.
be the hero. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
But we can move.
But it's really bad in The Punisher.
It's so bad. The Punisher.
I don't even remember it. Is that the Dolph
It's-
Lundgren one or the
No, it's the Thomas Jane one.
Thomas Jane.
Oh
It's a
yeah.
Thomas
Oh
Jane
my god,
one.
I put that one out of my mind.
Yeah, most of it.
He was not a vegan policeman in that. No.
Fire it up! Fire it up! Fire it up!
Yeah,
But yeah, the crow, the flaming crow, that was in all the trailers. It was
Yeah,
like that was the moment of the movie.
that honestly of most of them, it fits the mood of the
Yeah.
movie. Yeah,
And it also fits the person he just killed,
yeah,
like it does with Tintin when he puts the blood on the wall.
right.
Exactly. I was
It's a
going to say.
bloodletting instrument.
Yep.
Yeah,
He's been
Yeah,
leaving
sorry,
the crow
Jeff.
everywhere.
Yeah.
So makes sense. Daredevil wasn't leaving double D's everywhere.
no, no.
But that one lady,
That was also
Darla does.
That was the other thing about Daredevil that was ridiculous. Was who was it that
The
that
Darla.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry.
Yeah, double D's. I got
Yeah.
you. No, the
Jason's there with
other,
us
the
now.
other thing about Daredevil that was annoying was the fact that how did they even know it was there, right? Because
Right.
it was
Because it's
reporter.
Uric. It's Uric that figures
Yeah,
it
he
out.
like lights a match and throws it on the ground.
Joey
And
Pants.
It's like, give me a fucking break. Yeah,
Did he
Fucking
smell it?
Joey
Did
right.
he-
It's
yeah.
so silly.
Yeah, anyway.
It's so silly. Anyway, all right.
Oh, also when it reflects in his glasses, it's
Oh,
backwards.
no.
It's wrong. it's not the mirror. It's like, did he do it
Right.
Backwards
Did he
on
do
the-
it backwards? Yeah.
so that it's
Oh
bad.
my god, that's so
It's
bad.
bad.
What a stupid movie. Okay.
I don't know. It's kind of fun in a 2003 way, but it's
Yeah.
also very bad in a all-time way.
I wish they would have gotten him back though for the Daredevil and not Daredevil, Deadpool Wolverine. It would have been funny.
Oh,
Don't
Ben
just
Affleck?
get Elektra, but get Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? Right?
Why not? Anyhow, all right. So pretty much, I mean, so yeah, this is when Top Dollar starts a meeting by saying the T-Bird can't make it because he caught a bad case of death.
Yeah.
And the way he says it is so matter-of-factly that it's like he didn't put any emphasis on any word, and it's hilarious.
It's perfect,
This-
Michael
okay.
Wincott. It's perfect. I mean,
Yes.
he's scary because of his like droll delivery and his voice, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
but he's also like, I like to do things when they were before they were cool, and once they're cool, I don't do them anymore. I'm dumbing down his speech, but that's exactly what it is. It's a
About how to
mid-90s
about what they should be doing for Devil's Night. Yeah.
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 He's like, I did it before it was cool. Now it's cool. We don't do that shit no more.
Yeah.
He's like a 14-year-old boy.
It is. It's weird too because like his plan is that all right. Every Devil's Night they light shit on fire, light buildings on fire, and to what end I don't really understand, other than to show
Scare the citizens, probably.
to show who's like in charge, and yeah, that's what we've
Just
done every night.
general
but now,
terror.
But now they
Yeah.
sell greeting cards around it. Like it's not Devil's Night. They expect it. So what's his answer is to burn more shit.
I didn't even
like,
catch that. I was
It
so
was basically like they're
checked
gonna
out
do the
on
same
his
thing,
speech.
but I want to see the whole city on fire, right? Like that was it. It's like we're just gonna do more of it this year.
I wish I was paying attention.
Yeah, and that's why
I was really kind of like
he's so
done with him.
despondent. He's so despondent when he's in the car with Tony Todd after the shootout because he's like, this whole city should be on fire right now.
Yeah. He's all bummed out. Yeah.
You're making this movie even dumber than I thought.
It's got dumb stuff.
It's got dumb stuff in it. I mean, we're not saying it doesn't, but yeah. So it's around this time that the Crow has shown up to get Skank.
Skank. Yeah.
Because he's basically hiding in the shadows. And this is the big urban the urban legend is this is the scene in which he was shot and killed because of all the bullets, and it's like no, it wasn't. It was just one bullet. He wasn't gunned down in a hail of gunfire, right? But the Crow is, but yet he is showing himself to be an utter badass. Yeah. And this is also when Bai Ling is like watching him and like understanding that there's this crow with him and that there's something to his power that's all connected here.
There's a moment with Bai Ling that is so unsettling. And it's before the Crow shows up.
One moment?
No, it's particular.
Every moment of her carear.
When everyone, I know. When he's talking about like we need to burn more of the city, she says I like the pretty lights, and everyone starts kind of like laughing uncomfortably, and the look she gives when it cuts back to her is just I don't even know. It's deranged. It's like is she mad that they think that that's funny, or what? I don't know.
She was thinking, I'm going to take every motherfucking one of your eyes.
Yeah. I mean,
I'm going to watch it with all of your eyeballs.
That she is the scariest person in the room. Yeah. It's something else. That her look and her kind of like, it's almost like she kind of looks at them with disgust.
Like a scowl.
Yeah. It's
make him make the face and let's take a picture of it and post it.
I can't do it. I can't do it. But
fire it up. Fire it up.
But yes, she is. You're right, Jeff. She's kind of clocking everything that's going on, and she figures out the connection between.
It's the Crow that gives him the power.
He has power, but we can take it.
Yep. Yeah. Because the three of them, her, Grange, and Top Dollar. Yeah. Abscond. They get out.
They get the fuck out.
Yeah, it's like these guys are cannon fodder. Fuck them. Yeah, you can come back for their eyes later.
And Skank doesn't really matter. It's because he's worthless like in every aspect. He's
the worst of the worst.
Yes, but he drives a car okay, but he runs into a cop car.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I like when Eric's about to kill him. He's like, "I'm not Skank. That's Skank down there." And you point out a guy's dead.
And he's like, "He's dead." And he's like, "Oh, he's dead."
There is an element to Eric Draven's character that is like there is kind of an in-joke there, right? Like with the audience, like these are the things that you like nudge your friend at the theater and say, it's like, oh yeah, he's dead. And he's saying it, it's like that there is a, like, that is what makes Brandon Lee so good in this is that he's relatable. Even when he's murdering a room full of people, like you're kind of in on the joke with him.
He's also fucking Bruce Lee's kid. Like I know everyone knows that, but there's an aspect of that makes him really fucking cool too. Yeah. Just the fact that this is Bruce Lee's kid.
He also choreographed his own fight scenes in this movie. I mean, it's like this is Bruce Lee. The second coming of Bruce Lee is what this could have been.
It could have been. Yeah. I don't know that it would have been, but it could have been. I mean,
it could have been. I mean,
he did really well in this movie, and I do think there was a definite career there.
Yeah.
And at the very least, he has the emotional depth of his dad in movies. So,
sure.
Right? Like, I mean, maybe more than that.
I mean, could you have seen him pick up on some big time 90s action movies by like Michael Bay? Sure.
Yeah. I mean, he could have done Jackie Chan stuff.
He could have done Jackie Chan stuff. He could have done Con Air. He could have done, like there's a lot that I mean, Nicolas Cage, maybe those two movies that he did with The Rock and Connor, you could have put Brandon Lee there too.
Oh yeah.
Probably.
I mean, you don't need Nicolas Cage's Oscars to say he's the right guy for that, right? It's like,
but you do need Nicolas Cage for the iconic weirdness of them. Different discussion. Though.
Sure,
I think
sure,
Brandon
but
Lee probably could have done that stuff.
right. But I'm just using those as examples more than anything. It's like he could have been the lead in those types of movies and made a hell of a career for 20, 25 years after this movie.
But he kills the shit out of Skank, and then actually, I think he is ready.
He goes back to the grave.
I think he is ready to do whatever happens next with his dissension back into death, or however that would have worked.
This likely would have been a scene where when he returns to Shelley's grave, because they're buried next to each other, so he's essentially returning to both of their graves.
I mean, he's there when Sarah comes, he's
right?
at her
Because
grave.
right,
Sarah's
and
waiting for him. Actually,
yeah. Yes, you're right.
yeah, because he's going to say goodbye.
I knew you would come here. Yeah,
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 and and I think that this would have also been a scene where you would have had the bone guy, bone man, skull cowboy.
You mean the skull cowboy?
Yeah, the skull cowboy.
Michael Merriman.
Right. Ray Fiennes shows up.
What did
Here's
that
my
look like
bone
in the comic?
temple.
The Skull Cowboy.
I don't know.
Look up right now.
He is in the 2024 version, and it doesn't help the movie. Anyway, I'm sorry. I cannot believe that movie got made. Anyway, that movie got released. Anyway, so
it looks cool. It looks really cool.
He does look fucking rad.
Yeah.
So basically, this is where I think there would have been another scene where it would have been like, okay, you did everything, but
It's a little bit like Grandpa from.
You don't need Michael
House 2.
Berryman to do this.
No, why would you have Michael Berryman? You're gonna have the skull, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, they just cut out those scenes because Brandon
Right, but
couldn't
you
finish
can
them.
see how he looked, and there's no Michael Berryman to it.
Unless they did like a painted skull thing or something.
Yeah. Anyway,
Did they film any of it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was. I mean, I think
there
it was.
deleted scenes?
it
I
wasn't
don't know.
fully done.
Yeah,
That's
it wasn't
why
fully
they cut
done.
Maybe they were going to do digital effects or something. Yeah. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah. So, but anyway, yeah, it's like this would have probably been a scene where you would have been like, "Yep, you got all the guys who were there that night, but you didn't get the top guy with the money, the
You
dollars."
mean Top Dollar?
Yeah.
It doesn't matter though because Top Dollar is not done with the Crow.
Yeah, he's not done with them because Bailene knows the secret. Get the Crow, and basically, you have to lure him here to get all of our final gauntlet to basically be thrown.
Oh, there are photos. It looks like there was makeup and prosthetics stuff. You wouldn't have been able to know it was Michael Berryman.
It doesn't look like him at all. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, they take Sarah in.
It's into the church that's at the cemetery.
Yes. And Sarah has to yell, "The Crow, help me."
Right. Like Eric, and the Crow sees the Crow looks over, sees
Runs
it, and
it
then
back to
sends
him.
it. Yeah, and sends it to. And so he shows up in the church, and the Crow lands on one of the pews, and Pew Pew from Grange, and the Crow gets hurt. And this is when Michael Walcott says, "Crow, or cough. Oh fuck, I'm dead." And the way he delivers every one of his lines is just, it's a masterpiece. It's a masterpiece from Michael Wincott.
Masterpiece of understatement.
But now this means that Eric Draven can be injured.
Yes, and he gets shot.
He gets shot in the shoulder, and he's sitting by the door, and he's probably going to get killed. But then the Ghostbusters come and
Fuck yeah, who you gonna call? Ernie Hudson.
Hell yeah.
and he's like, "Boo boo 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 boo."
Pew pew pew.
Yeah.
So now we've got an Ernie
Proton
Hudson.
pack out.
Yeah, you got an Ernie Hudson versus Tony Todd shootout.
Great
This is
shootout.
awesome.
Oh, that is awesome. That is awome. For
like-
sure.
I mean, these are two guys this is 1994 Ernie Hudson versus 1994 Tony Todd. This is some good shit.
Yeah, I mean, they're not too old for this shit yet.
No. Now,
That's Danny Glover.
That's Danny Glover. Yeah.
Yeah, he would have been too old for this shit. At this point, I do have to say one thing about Tony Todd. Chuck, you're gonna roll your eyes. I don't care. He's awesome in Star Trek Next Generation because he's Worf's brother. You have an awesome actor playing my favorite character's brother. Oh, perfect. It's perfect.
What's his name? Rolf?
Oh, what was his name?
A Star Trek answer Jeff can't give.
You put me Kern is
Kern.
Kern.
Hey, I'm Worf. This is my brother Kern. Okay. And my other brother Kern.
I would. Oh my god, Night Court in space.
Well, you're gonna get Bull Shannon up there too. I don't know what we're doing.
I don't know
either.
So Ernie or Albrecht kind of fights them down and ends up shooting Grange and taking him out of commission. And Albrecht's like, I'm going to help you get up there because Sarah's fucked. You lead the way. And he's like, that's a great plan, but I can get injured now. So then Albrecht's like, well, fuck it. I'll run up the stairs and get injured instead.
Right. But all of it. So like Bai Ling has so Michael Wincott has Sarah. Bai Ling has the Crow. And so the shootout kind of continues a little bit to the point where the Crow is able to essentially, when Bai Ling is distracted, starts plucking her eyeballs out.
Yeah,
it's
great way for her to go.
Yep, perfect. Perfect.
Perfect.
Perfect. So basically she's done for. And the Crow, or the other Crow, the Eric Draven,
the real Crow?
Oh, the Crow.
Okay.
That Crow is like, all right, well, I'm going to go up there and get Sarah because now, Ernie Hudson's hurt. So it's like, there's nothing more he can do. Basically, right. He's been shot in the gut. So Eric goes up and basically, has a little bit of a fight with, Top Dollar, who is, he's no longer,
invincible.
Right. And he basically, one of the things he did earlier in the movie was he basically was able to see through Albrecht's eyes because Albrecht went and stayed by Shelley the entire time she was in the hospital.
Right.
So he could see how much she held on and how much pain she was in. And he basically lifted that from Albrecht.
Yeah.
And said, all right, after Top Dollar basically admits to, it's like, yeah, I sent the guys over to she was a bitch, whatever. And he's like, well, I've got something. She was in my
way.
She was in my way.
The tenant relocation program.
Yeah. Right. She was in the way. I've not done anything since because I just like burning things. And so Eric's like, well, I've got something I don't want anymore. And he basically dumps all of the pain and suffering into him, which causes him to flail until he falls off a roof onto a gargoyle, and the gargoyle's barfing up his blood. It's fucking great.
Oh yeah, it does. Like
it's a lot of blood.
It's a lot of blood.
I don't care. It's perfect. It's barfing up the blood. It's great. Anyway. So yeah, basically, at this point, the day has been saved essentially, and now he's ready to go back to his eternal sleep.
He does, and Shelley walks at him, and they go back into the afterlife together.
Yeah, and Sarah was given the engagement ring by Eric as like to remember us by, basically, and Top Dollar had taken that away from him, and the Crow had picked it up because that's what crows do. Crows do find little trinket. They become attached
They
to
bring you
trinkets and
shiny
get
stuff.
they bring you shiny things. Yeah.
Yeah.
They do.
The Secret of Nim. That was Dom DeLuise' whole thing. Ooh, shiny. Yeah.
Mrs. Brisby and the Rats of Nim. Oh, that's such a great book. Sorry.
It's a good movie too.
It is a good movie.
Anyway, so yeah, he ends up ultimately going back into the afterlife, and the town is freed from Top Dollar's goons, and I guess everybody's going to be happy ever after.
Yep. Kerplunk.
Kerplunk.
It's a more fun to talk about than to watch, I think.
Well, I wouldn't argue that either, because I mean, like, I can't help but to think of all of the behind everything about, like I said earlier,
It's hard
like
not to.
the story is sad, the behind the scenes is sad, the creation of the comic is sad. Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. Like, no one was held accountable. It was just negligence, but no.
Could
criminal.
you? I mean, it happened more recently, and no one was really held accountable.
The Alec Baldwin produced Rust, which finally came out. By the way, the armorer was charged with manslaughter.
Really?
Yeah, she was negligent manslaughter. I believe was the.
Did she do time, or was it like?
I believe so. I
Wow.
believe so. Yeah,
I guess I hadn't heard that.
She's in
'cause
prison now for it. Yeah.
The last I heard about that, no one had any kind of charges.
She was
not
the
charges,
daughter.
but
She was the daughter
prosecutions.
of a well respected armorer for movies, and that's a hard word to say, armorer. And I guess there was all sorts of witness testimony that she was pretty. Like she would allowed live rounds on set for one, which is a big no.
Why the fuck would even be the point
She
of
would
that?
she would take people, like part of the crew, out and shoot like target practice with the guns that they would later use in the movie. It's just really. I mean, it's sad, but she was negligent. Yeah, negligent of her duties. And it's really fucking important to not give an actor a loaded gun.
I'm shocked that in this day and age we still point and shoot guns at people. Like, there's got to
It's
be a
changing
way
a lot.
not to do that.
It's changing a lot. Squibs and blanks are becoming less and less prevalent in films in favor of special effects. My opinion, it doesn't look as good, but
That's one thing I will take the loss on. Right?
Yeah,
Like I don't really care if it's
if no one else ever dies of a gunshot on set, yeah, sure, I would take a loss on it too.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look as good.
Oh, I mean, you could still do live rounds and just not aim them. Not live rounds, you know what I mean? Like squib shots and just not aim them at the person. Like, there's got to be tricks.
Squibs are going out of favor too, because actors just don't want to endure it. It hurts.
It bruises you.
Yeah.
It's probably like being shot by a paintball
Yeah.
at
Worse
relatively
even.
close range.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the guy who had to take all those squib shots in RoboCop. You know, you know the famous scene in the boardroom. He was just like, "Fuck everyone." After that, he was like, he was pissed. It's like one of them hit his testicles, I think, too, and he was just like, he was just like, "Fuck all of you."
Think about the poor guy who had to have his head exploded on scanners. Like, that probably hurt.
Oh, that probably hurt
Sure,
a
that
whole
was-
bunch.
That was terrible. Yeah.
Yeah. He's like, fuck.
Fuck that Michael Ironside.
Yeah, the crow. If I don't even know if we're gonna do rankings, but it was definitely probably my least favorite of this month. But it was still enjoyable. It's more enjoyable to talk about, like I said. And it's still like a pretty decent movie.
I love the look of it.
Yeah.
A lot. It's so just grimy and dirty and dark and gothic. I really like the look of it. I like.
it looks like a Batman movie, like a good
does
Batman
look like a
movie.
Batman
It does look like a Batman movie,
or a
absolutely.
Jack the Ripper movie almost.
Yeah.
More modern Jack the Ripper.
I do think there are some corny moments. Some of the freeze frames are weird. It feels
Freeze
a little. It feels slightly dated for sure. I think Brandon Lee though is really good in it. There's some cringy, like corny moments that I could do without now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think for me, it mostly holds up. And I enjoyed it. It's a fun time capsule kind of watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, while I will never be the 17-year-old I was when this came out,
Yeah.
it does put me into a mindset of like just thinking about that time,
Sure.
what it was like to see a movie like this when I was younger, or what it was like to see movies around this time. While I don't ever, I certainly feel my age all the time. God, do I feel my age all the time? But like listening to certain songs or seeing certain movies from that era when I was a teenager or early 20s, I can still kind of look fondly upon the era at least.
Sure.
And this is one of those movies that helps bring those kind of more fond of the era feelings back to the surface, I think. So
Yeah, and I mean, I got to hear The Cure play Burn live, and I gotta tell you, that kind of got me like all kinds of like transported back to my youth as well. It's like, yeah, I mean, there are moments in this movie that I'm just like, yeah, that's kind of iconic.
yeah, I mean, and I still, it's one of those movies that, like to talk about another comic book movie from a few years before this, Batman still puts me back to the summer of '89, going to see that, and
It's
Indiana
amazing how
Jones,
different
and
we were 5 years after that movie. Though.
Sure,
At least
sure.
for me, like I can well more easily make myself a 12-year-old kid in my head than I can
sure.
a 15-year-old kid. If
I
that
think-
makes sense.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm more than anything, I don't really necessarily feel like I'm 12 again, but I recapture some of those, like going to the movies with my buddies and seeing Batman or the Indiana Jones movie that came out that year, or UHF. It's like those were fun times. And
yeah.
and I cling to the fun more than I could ever cling to being 12 again. But
Right.
certainly there are certain times or certain days of the week where it's like, damn, I wish I was 12 again and didn't have to go to work, or didn't have to deal with this, or didn't have to pay a fucking bill or whatever,
Yeah.
Sure thing.
But this is one of those times where I didn't see this first run. I saw it at the Dollar Movie. I don't remember why I didn't see it in first run.
I saw it opening night.
Yeah,
I
like
saw it in the
positive.
theater as well. Yeah.
I definitely
not
saw
a
it
big
at
night.
Cinemark, but I did not see it during first run for whatever reason. I think it was one where I probably was like, oh, I'll get to it. Oh, well, I guess I'll go see it for $1.50 the first night it plays or something.
Yeah, this is one I think I rode my bike downtown to see with a buddy.
Nice.
What else came out? 94.
94 was True Lies.
Yeah.
Dana jumped.
Forrest Gump.
Is Pulp Fiction the next year then?
No, Pulp Fiction was later in the year,
Yeah, it
but
was
like
later in the
around the
year.
time that this came
I
out.
didn't see Pulp Fiction in the theater. Yeah.
Yeah,
I definitely
I had
did.
to wait until
That's the movie
VHS.
that like the first movie I saw in the theater that I was like, I'm not supposed to be here. You know what I mean? Like,
You would have been what, like
He would have been 17.
though?
He
Yeah.
would have been 17, but
yeah, it just was not like any. We've talked
it was a
about
different level. Yeah,
it's not like anything I'd ever seen before.
right.
Yeah.
But anyway, I
Good month, Jeff.
I would
Good
still
month.
It was a
say
good month. It
wreck
was
this. Yeah, I would still say check The Crow out especially if you're a little older. Maybe not the younger crowd.
I'm interested in hearing what people who've never seen it have to say about it, honestly.
I am waiting to hear back from somebody who has a 21-year-old daughter, because I asked, like, did she see it? And has she seen it? What'd she think of it? I'll let you guys know offline what is, but
I
would
would
wait here
curious
until we
about
find out.
checking out the sequels, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm sort
maybe in retrospect, they might be a little bit better. I am interested in the 13 episodes of the TV show or whatever.
Some of them have really interesting casts. So
yeah, Kirsten Dunst is in the third one.
yeah.
I didn't know, like, that was 2000. Like,
Christopher Maloney is in the third TMNT, though. So, like, let's not go too crazy.
Well, I mean, Sarah is played by Mia Kirshner in the second one.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Iggy Pop is in it. I don't know. I mean, the Deftones play themselves also, which is funny.
That is funny. Yeah.
Yeah. So they
Did you
must
check
be a
out that
band.
song?
I did check it out. Yeah, I did. You're spot on with the like kind of grungy hum sound.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Very
That's
much so.
totally off the
Yeah, I dig it. I
here,
dig
but-
it. I like it. I've always generally liked them. And yeah, I will check out more of them.
Okay, now I want to watch the second.
Also, the second one was written by Goyer.
David S.
Yeah, so I'm kind of curious about it. At least that one. And then, yeah, the Kirsten Dunst being in the third one is interesting.
I think the
wonder
third one got a
because-
little bit better reviews than the second one,
Did it?
if I read it correctly. But yeah,
But Goyer's good, and he wrote good Batman, and this movie reminds me a little bit of Batman. So that's interesting.
It could be fairly good. I don't know.
Yeah. right.
Who else is in it? Fred Ward, which is weird. Walter Goggins is in the third one. That's interesting. Really, I mean, that's young Walter Goggins.
Before Walter Goggins goggle glasses.
before Walter Goggins Googled goggles,
Yes.
Google Goggles.
He couldn't Google goggles when, yeah.
he was Goggins. Yeah,
Where the TV show was what? It was like, oh my god, the fourth one, or not the fourth? Is this the fourth movie? Crow Salvation, is that the fourth one?
Salvation, isn't that the TV show?
This is the one with Eddie Furlong. It's the Crow.
Oh, okay.
Weird. David Boreanaz is in it though. Tara Reid. Tito Ortiz. Dennis Hopper. Emmanuel Sharik.
It looks like the
Stairway to
Trejo?
Wicked Prayer.
Macy
So
Gray.
yeah, Stairway to
world?
Heaven is the TV show.
Okay, so Wicked Prayer came out in 2005.
2005.
That's a bizarre cast. That's worth a watch just on the cast alone.
Stairway to Heaven. Draven's played by Mark Dacascos.
Oh yeah, yeah, man. What a weird career he's had.
Yeah.
Iron Chef. So strange. He was at John Wick 3. Really weird villain character he played in that. Anyway,
All right. Well, yes. No, I very much. I thought I picked well for
I
comic
thought it
book
was a
month.
good month. Yeah,
Yeah, it's good. It's fun
month.
times. It's fun times.
I got to revisit some stuff I haven't seen in a while. I always like doing this podcast when I get a reason or an excuse to watch something like that I haven't seen in a while. Kind of like stuff that I think, do I really want to spend 2 hours watching? But then I watch it and I enjoy
And
it.
you find out you could have done that.
Yeah, I find out that it was a good use of my time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was agreeing with you. Yeah.
I'm glad that you guys generally enjoyed the selections, and
Yeah, pretty fun. Pretty good wide berth.
yeah, and then it is kind of funny with movies like V for Vendetta. That it's like, wow, it's kind of relevant still.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like X2 and Spider-Man 2 will always have relevancy because they're just well-made, fun comic book movies. But
Yeah.
Sure.
yeah. And the same with Scott Pilgrim too, of course. But anyway, this one was for our generation, for our age, more than anything else. But all right, so that we'll close the book on Comic Book Month.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll enter into August with next week. So the first couple of weeks, we're going to watch some movies that you guys picked that you hadn't seen before, but showed up on like some top 100 movies of the century.
New York Times top 100 movies of the 21st century, of the first 25 years of the 21st century. Yes, thank you.
Yeah.
And I believe, Chuck, you picked The Favorite.
I did.
Is it your favorite?
It's not because I have not seen it yet.
We will find out. It might be your favorite.
We'll get there.
It might be your favorite comic book movie for all you know.
It might be.
So August 6th, we kick off this month of a couple of never before seen best of the 21st century so far. We'll follow that up with a couple of schlocky movies, which you guys are picking also. I'm excited to find out because I do generally traffic in schlock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see what you guys pick for that. But so that begins on August 6th with The Favorite. Go to filmseizure.com. That's where you will find all of the stuff that we've done, all the places where you can follow us, all that good stuff. Also at filmseizure.com, this upcoming Monday on Monster Mondays begins a month of Third Doctor Who stories. I have realized that I started covering other doctors more than I covered my own favorite doctor. So I thought, well, let's rectify that shit. And we kick off with his second ever serial, Doctor Who and the Silurians, the only serial that has Doctor Who in the title.
Interesting.
Yeah. That's just something they didn't do back then. So that is on Monday, August 4th. And then we have a whole month of John Pertwee. This upcoming Friday at my website, bmovieenema.com, I'm doing something a little bit new at B-Movie Enema. I decided to cover one of the Godzilla movies, and I picked a silly one, and that is Godzilla versus Monster Zero. Godzilla or Invasion of Astro Monster is the original title, but yeah, I have it on my calendar as Godzilla versus Monster Zero. It's all the same movie. You know, those Japanese movies just change their titles all the time when they come over here. So that is August 1st at bmovieenema.com. It's a good time had by all. All right. So until next week, when we get into some British shenanigans with The Favorite, my name is Jeff Arbuckle.
I can't chuck all the time.
I am Jason Oliver, and fire it up, fire it up, fire it up, fire it up. This has been Film Seizure.
The delivery of that last line was real good.
It was really good.